Hello guys, it's Nov here. I've decided to make a tutorial showing all the assets that I use during my stream, and hopefully it will make your life easier when streaming. Anyway, once you have downloaded all the stuff that are linked into the description, have this tagpro.zip folder wherever you want. I just put it into my desktop and extract it. Once you have extracted, what we want to do is import this scenes.json file into OBS. But before we do that, we need to change all the references to my local paths on my PC to yours. So in this instance, I've saved this folder on my desktop. So what you want to do is open this file with your preferred editor. And what you want to do is replace all this string right before the TagPro folder with wherever you have saved your folder locally. So in this case, I use on my desktop. So click replace all and the save button. So now that we've done that, we are ready to go into the action, and you can go into OBS, Scene Collection, and click Import. Navigate through the folder, and you can click this scenes.json file. Now, what you will see is just TagPro. I have TagPro 2 because I have already one identical with the same name. So open this and you can see all the assets already displayed. So before I show the graphical interface, just to quickly go through all the scenes that I have this one that I show right before at the end of the stream. I have also some text that can be toggled depending where you are at what moment you are in your stream. Then this scoreboard, which when you are in a group page, it shows the scoreboard on screen. You might want to resize Firefox if you have it a bit zoomed out like this and it's not showing properly. You might need to adjust a little bit depending on your screen resolution and on your zoom settings. Anyway, I'm sure you'll work around it. Then we have the lineups, a map scene where I show the map, the name, and this text can be changed based on who is commenting. For instance, Fraser. Then we have the game scene that shows the same source as the group scene, but you will switch to this only when a game is being played. The player comparison scene. You need also to remember to change the source of these highlights to wherever your local videos folder is. And this is going to be the folder that we will be using alongside with the script to store videos during the stream and then displaying them afterwards with this highlight reel scene. We will show later how. So yeah, this was the basic setup, and since it's a lot of stuff to manage by hand, I've made this graphical interface that you can access in the folder in Stream Assets, Scripts, and you have this asset manager.py. What you want to do is either from the command line or from from the folder just by double clicking, you can launch it. Okay, and here we have it, this old Windows XP looking, but I know it's not the best, but it does its job. Anyway, you have some dials. You can choose either majors or minors, the week that is being played, the match, and here it just pops up all the different lineups for each team, and also you have these buttons that you can use to choose which players you want to compare. Also, what I've made is I've created this preset.json file. There is not if fancy it, you can open it, but basically it's just a dictionary that maps a keyword, which is the name of your preset, to a series of 5 stats. So anyway, since we have different kind of players, I assumed we want different kind of stats to be compared as well. So for instance, for defensive players, we have the key returns, flagging base, and kill death ratio stats, while for offensive players we have caps over grabs, hold over grabs, and caps difference. But yeah, you can make your own based on whatever stats you prefer. So let's say in this instance, we want to compare annum to bulk on offense. We have already chosen everything else. And now magically, if you go into OBS and you bring your graphical interface up and you click Update Assets, it changes automatically all the logos, all the names and everything. So just with one click, you can already be set up for the upcoming game. Now, granted, it's not perfect because players have different length in names and so on. So you might need to move the text around a bit, but I'm sure you can work around it. So yeah, another feature of this graphical interface. You can see this text box is only used to display this message really for now. I will update some features later on maybe, but you can see that this scrolling text is correctly set to the week that we are referring to, in this case Majors week 3. You can see here that it's displayed on the 2nd of February. But let's say we want to see another week, so we'll go for Minors second week, which has been played yesterday. Once we have selected the proper week, we have to wait at most 1 minute, and the program will pull from TagPro the correct results for the games, and you can see that in a bit they are going to be updated below here. And yeah, there is it. So since it already has been played, we already have the results being displayed. But what you want to do is just set it to the correct week with whatever match you want to show, and just leave this program, this graphical interface open, and you are assured that every minute it will pull the results from the website, and so this scrolling text is automatically updated. Okay, so I hope the explanation of the graphical interface was good enough. And I will show how to set up OBS to correctly save replays during the game, so you can use the highlight reel scene to display them later on. Okay, first what we want to do, we go into settings, in output, make sure that you have the recording path set to your videos folder. It should be this by default, I think. Recording format MKV. Enable replay buffer and just choose your maximum replay time. I've set it to 10 seconds. It's whatever you want, really. Then you want to go into hotkeys and make sure you have Ctrl F12 under the replay buffer. You can also change this into the AutoHotkey script that I will show later, but this is the default one that I've stored. Then, under Advanced, make sure that you have this file name formatting set at OBS_output, overwrite if a file exists, and then replay buffer file name prefix set to replay. Okay, so once we have set all of this up, we are sure that OBS is going to save the replays always in the same destination, and so our Python script can be sure to find them correctly every time. Make sure to hit this Start Replay Buffer button. It is the one that is used to store into memory what's happening on stream, so that you can later on save it. And then go once again into your scripts folder, and you will see this replay.ahk, which is this AutoHotkey script. But anyway, I mapped this so that every time I press Ctrl+0, it's running this Python script and then sending the Ctrl F12 command to OBS. So that is why we saved in the hotkeys earlier Ctrl F12. So if you need to change any kind of hotkey, just do it here. Alright, so once you have set it up with your custom shortcuts, or left it at the moment like how it was, double click on it and you can see that now this hotkey AutoHotkey script is running. So no matter where we are, we can also be in the group page, browsing folders, no matter what. If we hit, like I will do now, Ctrl+0, you can see a quick flash of a terminal, and then this replay output that is just being created. Now, if I just delete this and delete everything that I already have, I can show it again. But yeah, basically we have this last 8 seconds of stream being stored here. You can open it, nothing is happening. So this way, during the game, you can hit Ctrl+0, Ctrl numpad 0, or whatever shortcut you have to save a replay and then show them later on. So now, just for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll hit it a bunch of times. And now we see that we have stored these 3 highlights here. Now, if you want to display this, just go into the highlight reel scene, make sure to double click on highlights and hit OK, because sometimes it's not picking it up for some reason. And just hit the stinger transition, and now we will have the highlights going on. So what I usually do is that between each half, when a new game is being displayed, I rename this to game 1, half 1. So now the replays of the other half go into the another folder, so I can always show the updated replays, let's say. Alright, so now you are a professional streamer and you're ready to make money out of Twitch and YouTube. Maybe one man can dream. But yeah, just to show the last thing, I have this create YouTube description Python script that I used to show the cap times of each match under the description of the video. How you use this, you need to open it in the terminal. I use PowerShell, and I already called it a little bit ago. Okay, so how you do it, you call Python, the name of the file. Of course, if you click shift right click, you can open PowerShell in the same folder. So the link of the match on TagPro and the moment on stream that your match starts. So this way you just need to enter, and automatically, let's see if this works. Okay, enter. And automatically the program pulls the caps time from the tagpro.eu page and puts them in a nice formatted way, so you can put that into the description of your video. So alright, I think I've covered pretty much everything. If you have any question, just let me know, either on Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, Mumble, however you can reach me. You can come into my house if you want. And yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully this will make your life easier when streaming, and see you soon. Thanks, bye bye.